What's up, Supernatural superfans? It's Krissy and Nate.
And we're the hosts of the final season of
Gank That Drank. A supernatural drinking game.
It's the podcast where we make up drinking game rules for a favorite episode of our favorite show, Supernatural.
We recap the episode for you so that you can play and gank drinks along with us.
Then, we let you know the drinking game rules for the next episode, so you can play along with that too.
Plus, members get every episode early and ad-free, baby.
What's coming up in the final season?
We're doing Criss Angel is a douchebag,
Magicians who cheat death to live forever?
Hammer of the Gods, and Defending Your Life.
Sam and Dean tangle with gods? Not just the god, all the gods?
We're doing Freaks and Geeks, Thin Lizzy, Red Sky at Morning, and more.
Wow, you do not want to miss this final season.
Plus, cruise our back catalog for bangers like Scooby Natural,
Changing Channels, Mystery Spot, Swan Song, and so many more.
So download Gank That Drank, a supernatural drinking game wherever the finest podcasts are available.
And become a member at truestory.fm/gankthatdrank.
And party on, dudes. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Gank That Drank, a supernatural drinking game podcast. Want to skip those ads and get early access? Become a member at truestory.fm/join and discover all the other great perks that come with it. Hello and welcome to Gank That Drank. The supernatural drinking game. It's the podcast where we play along with drinking games to our favorite episodes of our favorite show, Supernatural. We recap the episodes for you and tell you how the drinking game played out. Then we tell you how the rules worked out. And then we tell you what's up for next time. That's what we do. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah, get ready to gank some drinks. And
that's the new official theme song.
Yep. Putting it in at the end. Well, it's only going to be in the last episode.
The last episode, because this is our final season. Thank you so much for being here. We're so excited to share another episode of Gank That Drank with you. But who is ganking and dranking? Well, that deep, sultry voice you're hearing is Nate McWhortor, a teacher and performer at the Neighborhood Comedy Theater in downtown Mesa, Arizona.
And kicking us off, as always, with a most excellent intro is Krissy Lenz, the director, performer, teacher, owner, all of the things at the Neighborhood Comedy Theater in downtown Mesa, Arizona, and co-host of the most excellent 80s movie podcast as well.
That's true. That's true.
Extra plug at the top.
Extra plug. We're doing it. We're doing business here.
Yeah. It's podcast
we're
business
plugging
time.
Shit. Yeah. All right. Well, we've got I wouldn't say a doozy of an episode for you. We've got an episode for you.
It's fine.
It's fine. And that's one of the reasons why we're here at the last season, is because we're honestly we're running out of bangers. We got a few bangers coming up this season. We've got some really good ones, but then there's also some ones where it's like, well, should we do the one where Cass works at a convenience store? Yeah, let's do the one where Cass works at a convenience store. But it's like it's kind of a monster of the week. There's a little bit of myth arc in it, but it's fine.
Yeah, and I think the Cass working at a convenience store moment is a memorable one, and is it's always so funny because it's just one episode, right? Whereas, but I think it speaks to the larger impact that it had on the arc of the show, that it is memorable, even though it's only one moment. It almost feels like it would have been over several episodes, and they had to convince him to come back or whatever. But it's really just the one episode. and it's good. We'll get to the moment, but the moment of his, like the great moment at the end of this episode with Cass is kind of makes it all worth it, I think. This is one I was like, this would have been actually fun to do for mashup. I think there's like only a few characters, and like it's got some little moment. Anyway, we'll get into it. What are the rules, Krissy?
We'll get into it. Okay, it's season 9, episode 6. Heaven Can't Wait. Here are our rules, and because it's one of those episodes, there's a lot of rules, but they happen in chronological order, and they only happen a few times each. There's no heavy hitter this round. So here we go. If someone gets punched, take a drink. If someone gets ganked, take a drink. If we see Kevin, our beloved Kevin, prophet of the Lord, Kevin, take a drink. If someone references Metatron, take a drink. If Dean says, awesome, as always, take a drink. If Cass gets asked out on a date, take a drink. When Dean spies on Castiel, take a drink. If Sam gets called Moose, take a drink. When we see Pink Mist, take a drink. If Dean gives date advice, take a drink. If we see Cass babysit, take a drink. When Castiel sings, take a drink. If someone calls someone else Ganky, take a drink. And then finally, your shot, your finish your drink, your waterfall, your multiplier is Sam washes out a bowl of blood. Delicioso.
Otherwise
all right.
known as a demon telephone.
Demon telephone indeed. So here we go. Season 9, episode 6, aired on November 12th, 2013. Written by Robert Behrens, directed by Rob Spera. International titles, there weren't any exciting ones.
I have not scrolled down.
They were all Heaven Can Wait.
Oh.
Except for the German, which is Heaven Shall Wait.
Heaven Shall Not Wait.
Oh, Heaven Shall Not Wait. Right. Heaven Can't Wait. Heaven Shall
Not
Wait.
It would actually be really awesome if the Germans were like, no. Heaven, they can wait.
They can wait for us to be ready.
They will wait. We'll be on time. If they're going to be early, we will wait. They will wait. I would like it a lot more if that were the title. Heaven Can Wait.
All right, here we
that's
go.
Unfortunate. Get your stuff together, international title makers.
Yeah.
In 2013. Come on.
Yeah, what would be a fun alternate title? Convenience Cass.
I was gonna say an inconvenient Cass.
Yeah. Oh, yours is better. Yeah.
Because they always like to go with like pop culture references for the titles. So like an inconvenient truth, an inconvenient Cass, or something. Yeah.
Perfect.
Would be, yeah.
Perfect. All right, here we go. Then angels have all fallen to earth and they are seeking vessels. There's a TV preacher man who's like, open yourself up to heaven. And he is like encouraging people to let them be vessels for angels. It's alarming. Crowley's in charge of hell, but Abaddon kicks Crowley's ass. There's 3 punches. Take a drink.
Bam, bam, bam.
They try to turn Crowley human by giving him the blood dosing that we've seen them do in episodes past, which seemed to be a much bigger deal before. When it was like, could it be done? Yeah. And now they're just like with everything, they're like, yeah, we know how to do it. It's easy. You won't throw up everywhere. You won't explode out of your chest. We've got the recipe on lockdown now. Castiel has turned human. Ezekiel, who's living within Sam, says that they have to kick Castiel out. So Dean kicks Castiel out. Aw.
It's a rough scene if you go
It
back and watch
is.
that episode. It's a bummer of a scene.
Yeah. Ezekiel is the angel that's living inside Sam to protect him.
But not actually Ezekiel.
No, I don't remember any of this. Tell me.
It's actually Gadriel. He poses as
Oh.
Ezekiel, but Ezekiel died in the fall, which is then what all this comes to light at the end of this season, or towards the end of the season, when is it end or mid? Whenever basically uh Dean is the episode where he goes in to try to get Sam out, or to basically like wake Sam up and get him to reject Gadriel, because Dean learns that it's Gadriel. So,
Mm.
because like Cass is the one who learns that Ezekiel died in the fall from who is it? I forget who it is that tells Cass. We just watched this season, that's why I'm like so up on it.
Yeah, I don't remember any of the
Yeah,
Ezekiel
I
shit. That's
I
okay.
remembered that Ezekiel was not Ezekiel, and that I thought it was like Gadriel, about his Gadriel. I thought it was like Galadriel or something, but it's Gadriel.
Galadriel of the Forest Elves?
Yeah, that's probably where I got that.
Yeah.
So Gadriel, but because I then remember, yeah, because then he's the one who goes and he becomes like Metatron's um like uh, not Don Corleone, who's the Fredo.
Oh,
He becomes Metatron's
okay.
Fredo, and does all his dirty work because Cass, rejects Metatron and stuff after helping him do all the bad stuff, and
Okay.
so then yeah, he becomes kind of like the right hand man of Metatron, and then he rebels against Metatron, and that's yeah. So it's
I
fun
love
stuff.
it.
They keep using that. It's so funny because the vessel that he uses then like stops being a vessel for a little bit, but then he just goes back to that vessel like
Mhm.
after he becomes Sam. That guy just like went back to his life. Then he goes back and like uses him as that. I would love a little mini spin-off series of that guy that
Okay.
Gadriel inhabits. Anyway, too much time spent on Gadriel now.
Okay. Okay. Now. There's a very sad man on the line with a suicide hotline. He hangs up on the suicide hotline and pulls out a gun. But he stops. He sees a picture of a woman and a child, and he like decides he wants to live. But someone's there, an angel who's like, "I can help you," and ganks him. Take a drink. We get a nice montage as Cass sets up the gas and sip. He's watching humans interact and like toss their little swizzle stick into the trash, and he copies them and he sees them high five and he wants so desperately to high five, but it's not to be. His
It's
manager comes in late. She likes him. He's special. There's something different about you, she says, and he goes, I assure you, there is not.
it's such a sweet little. I love Cass watching these guys like, and then he's like mimicking them. Like, here's like I'm learning to be human. You lick you lick the stick and you shoot it like a basketball. Like I loved
Hmm.
it, and then it was like this just a sweet little moment, and Misha plays it so well and so subtle, and like I enjoy this little brief glimpse into like the life Cass has been living for what 3 days 4 days however long,
Yeah,
couple weeks whatever.
couple weeks, something like that. Time is a flat circle. We don't know.
Yeah.
Um, So he looks at the paper, and the paper says there's a fourth weird disappearance in town. Uh-oh. What are we gonna do? We cut to Kevin. Take a drink.
Woo!
Beautiful Osric Chow as Kevin. He's translated the demon tablet into cuneiform, into a form of cuneiform that's unreadable. They mention the Metatron times 3. Take a drink. And they're like, okay, it's research time. We got to try and tablet and translate this dead, forgotten language. And they pull out all these books. Dean says, awesome, take a drink. And just as they're about to settle into their research, Dean gets a call from Cass. There's a case in Rexburg, Idaho. There's 4 missing people. They disappeared under weird circumstances. Cass spills slushy everywhere. And
That's
he's
a
like,
fun moment.
I got my hands full over here. I just thought you'd want to know about the case. And he's like trying to put the slushy back with his hands. I wonder how many takes they did of that.
Oh, that's a oneer.
You
I don't
think
think you
so?
can reset that. I think it's a one take. Maybe you practice. Maybe you do some practice with like water or something
Mm-hmm.
that's not colored. But then once you get that blue everywhere, like
You
you're
gotta
not
spend a
putting
lot of
that
time
toothpaste
cleaning
back
that
in the
up.
tube. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a long reset.
um so Dean is jumping at this chance to ditch out on the terrible research they're gonna do. He's gonna go to Rexburg, Idaho, but they're like, "Oh, and you're not gonna see Castiel." And he's like, "You know how it is. Like, as long as he's catnip to angels, he's keeping his distance." We see Kevin again, take a drink. So it turns out Steve, who is Castiel, who has been living at the store, and he's like, she finds his toothbrush and toothpaste, and she finds his sleeping bag, and he's like, I was just staying late to do inventory. It's not like I don't have a home and a bed. I definitely do. And she, in spite of being, she should be alarmed, but instead she's like, "You're so responsible." And she asks him if he's free on his night off. Castiel gets asked on a date, take a drink.
Boom. Well, we think he does.
Yeah, we think he does.
It's a
Uh,
real misleading way to ask, though.
it is. She should have known better.
Very much so.
Because she says, like, I'm free, you're free. It's hard enough to get a date. I've been afraid to ask you because I'm your boss. Like, all that spells date, lady.
Right. Like, because I feel like if it was to watch a baby,
An infant
you
child.
an infant baby, you'd need to be like, hey, can you come watch the baby?
Yeah.
Not, yeah. That, I mean, I love it. I love the moment it creates. It's this great. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. Dean is at the scene of one of the quote disappearances, and there's a pink mist covering everything. It's so gross. Take a drink. The victims were all sad sacks, quote to quote the sheriff, and the mist is everything: blood, hair, skin, clothes. Uh, Everyone reported there was a pink flash before the incident. Dean suggests that they ask Crowley to translate the tablets. A great idea from Dean because they obviously found nothing in their research. Dean spies at Castiel at the store, take a drink. We cut to a girl at school who got dumped. She's sad. I could just die, she says, and an angel appears and ganks her. Take a drink times 2 because we get the pink mist and we get someone getting ganked. Which is real sad. She's a high school girl. Like,
Yeah.
we don't spend enough time on how tragic that is. So, Dean goes to see Cass. It's Steve now. He has no grace, no nothing. And Dean says, "You went from fighting heavenly battles to nuking taquitos." And Castiel goes, "Nachos too."
Also, Dean asked him for a pack of
Menthols.
menthols and a lotto ticket or something.
And
Isn't
a
that
beef
right?
jerky. Beef
Oh, beef
jerky.
jerky. That's what it is. And I was like, you don't smoke, Dean.
I think he's just being funny.
I know he was, but it's like, it should have been pie. He should have had some pie. Or asked him if they had
Yeah.
pie.
You serve pie here.
You guys serve pie?
Crowley says he's gonna pass. He can read it, but he won't help. Sorry, Moose. Take a drink. Sam says, "Be useful, or we'll give you to Abaddon." And he's like, Hand it over. And he crumbles it up and throws it in Sammy's face. What?
That was great.
Dean to Castiel is like, you're above this. And Castiel's like, look, I failed as an angel, but there's a real human dignity to what I do now. Just as the lady pokes her head out and is like, someone had an accident in the bathroom, Steve. Can you clean it up? And he's like, yup. And then she's like, 7 at my place sound good? Again, misleading, woman.
Right.
He's like, oh, Dean's like, oh, I see why you're staying now. It's because of the girl. And Castiel's like, no, it's not because of the girl, but going on dates is something humans do, right? And Dean says, usually my dates end when I run out of singles, but right, dating is something humans do.
That's a good line.
It's a good line. He gets a call. It's another kill at the high school. He's like, Castiel, you got to come with me. And he's like, I don't have any powers. And Dean says, I never had powers. And it's like, yeah, you don't need powers. You're a hunter. You're a hunter in training. You said I sucked. I said there was room for improvement. At the school, there's pink mist everywhere. Take a drink. The girl was kind of bummed to be dumped, but only kind of bummed. Like, more bummed than we should got to see on the quiz, but less bummed than when her parents split up. Kind of bummed.
Another great line.
Yeah, and this girl who's like her friend is being kind of incredulous, and it's like, maybe answer the questions. I don't know.
I mean, it's an emotional moment. And, like, again, I like the line a lot.
Yeah.
Because, like,
Castiel,
the Dean's response is like, yeah, well, I'm dumb for asking that follow-up. Yep.
yeah. Castiel knows what's up. He knows what this is. He knows it's an angel, and it's no ordinary angel. This is bad. There's a special kind of angel. They were like medics. They saved or dusted those who couldn't be saved. The smiting was quick and total. The Rita Zion? They hone in on pain, and he's continuing his heavenly work on Earth. Castiel is scared. He doesn't think he can help. Dean's like, we got to get this guy. And Castiel's like, you got to get this guy. Crowley says he will translate the tablet for a phone call, Moose. Take a drink. Kevin is there. Take a drink. He says no. And Kevin's like, no, we can't do this. But Sam convinces him if they can get proof that he can translate it. He can translate it, but he won't give more until he gets his phone call. So Dean drops off Cass, gives him date advice, lose the vest, unbutton your buttons, open doors for her, ask questions. Don't go if she says she's okay to go Dutch, don't believe her. Go get him, Tiger.
Which I have to believe Cass doesn't know what going Dutch means.
I don't think so. Yeah. So right before he goes in, Castiel pulls a rose off her very own rose bush. It's very cute, and he goes, "Nice touch."
Except, not like we'd be like, "Is that from my rose bush?" Like, what?
Yeah, I wasn't ready to prune that one. Thanks. Dean sees a weird truck. We clock this weird truck. It turns out Cass is babysitting. Take a drink. And as soon as the woman leaves and she's like, baby Tanya never cries. Baby Tanya lets out a wail and begins crying. Okay, we go back to Crowley and Kevin and Sam. Take a drink. Crowley wants Kevin's blood. Ooh, he squirts it into a bowl. It's gross. And something that struck me in this episode, and again, it's just one of those little details, but like they never like take the time to make sure they're poking into a vein. They just stab a giant needle into the flesh of their arms and extract blood. Like it should be a little harder to like get a vein. Like I've gotten blood drawn a lot. Yeah. Like it's a whole to do. Like not just like anyone.
These are like big plastic syringes.
They're huge.
This whole mechanism I just didn't understand.
You would be bruised for days.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
when they stab it into Crowley, they just randomly jab it into his neck. It's like you're getting flesh.
right,
You're not getting into his veins.
right.
You got to be more
Yeah,
careful, you guys.
yeah. The needlework in Supernatural is not the most medically or scientifically accurate. That's for sure.
No, it's not. No, it's not. All right, that's neither here nor there. It's just something I noticed where I was like, you need to find a vein, Kevin. Don't just
Yeah.
randomly jab it into your arm. Crowley does his phone call and he gets put on hold. It's hilarious. I've been put on hold.
So that makes
um,
me the way Crowley interacts with this whole thing, where he's like, "I need Abaddon." It makes me feel like there's like some demonic switchboard operator that's like, "I'll connect you to Tulsa," like, like the right. Like, I'm like, who is he really? Who is he talking to at first to get him to Abaddon? Like, that's what's so funny. To like, any other time we've seen this mechanism of demonic telephone used with the bowl of blood, it's like they always seem to be able to have a direct connect to the person they're trying to get to. This is the first time we've seen maybe Crowley called collect. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, but I
Like,
love the idea of a demonic switchboard operator who's just like, Abaddon can't take your call right now.
I've got
And
Azazel. I've got Lilith. Is you want Lilith? You want, who do you want?
I imagine the
Abaddon.
hold music is the same as it is when you're on hold with Disney. It's just
Yeah,
Disney song.
it's the music from Mr. Toad,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
from the end of Mr. Toad when you go to hell. That'd actually be really funny. Or it's just Small
Yeah.
World over and over.
Over and
Since
over and over.
it's the whole line for hell. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Cass is babysitting, take a drink. The baby cries. Castiel sings, believe it or not, I'm walking on air.
Did we talk about what happens when Dean tries to leave? Did you mention that when the
The big
pickup
truck.
truck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did mention that. Sorry, I spaced.
Yeah. That's
Um,
okay.
yeah, Cass stuck babysitting, very much in the scenario. Like, I still just like, if no one would do this in on either side. Like, I know that Cass is supposed to be like, and he's a nice guy and all this, but like, as soon as he walked in and it was a babysitting gig, he should have been like, whoa, 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 this is not. You made me believe we were going on a date. Like,
Right.
words
But he's
have to
not
be
going to do
said at
that.
this
He's
point.
not going to
Words
do
have to
that.
be said. But like, also, just
Steve
why
would never
is
do that.
how long has she known Steve?
Like a couple weeks, I guess.
And she's just like, here, stay home with my baby.
He's special.
You're the mom. You tell me if this is a smart thing to
Oh
do.
God, no, I would never. I would never. No. The answer is no.
Oh man, poor
No, no, no.
Cass.
Okay.
But
So
he's
the
so
sheriff
sad.
tells,
He's so sad. It's
but
so
I love
good.
the part where he sings. Like the part where he sings is so good. And
He
it
leans
was
into
he
it.
was
Then
supposed
yeah,
to sing he was supposed to sing Highway to Hell, but they couldn't get the rights, so he sings the
nice.
theme song, Believe It or Not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free.
I like that Cass knows the words to, and it's
The
that's
Greatest
believable to
American
me
Hero theme song, yeah. I
because
bet
I'm like,
Dean showed it to him.
right, either Dean showed to him or just like if you work at like any sort of convenience store or store and you have like store radio or just the radio on, like that's definitely a song that just plays in the world. So
Mhm.
like, yeah, I just like it's great, great moment. This is such a good
Yeah.
Cass episode.
It is. It really is. So the sheriff calls Dean. The couple that died, who were poster children for no fault divorce, nope, it was only the wife. The husband is still out there. Dun 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 dun. We have a lead, people. Okay, Cass babysits again, take a drink, and he drops some existential crisis on the baby. He's like, you think you've got the world figured out, and then it turns out you don't, and like all this is just being thrown at you, and it's like, wow, Castiel, chill out. This is an infant baby.
So is he though.
Mm-hmm.
He's
It's true.
kind of an infant baby too.
It's true. So they're commiserating.
Yeah.
And he's like, I could have just healed you by touching your forehead, but now I can't do that.
He used to be able to know exactly what the baby was saying.
Yeah, it's
He
true.
used to speak baby. He lost his ability to speak baby?
You sure did. So it turns out the husband of the couple found religion through this preacher who has been telling people to open themselves up to angels. Oh no. It was his truck that we saw. Oh no. Dean rushes back to Castiel. Cash babysits again, calls to take a drink. The baby has a fever. He's on the phone to the lady. But the bad angel is there. Oh no. Castiel remembers him. It's Ephraim. He's impressed. Ephraim is impressed that Castiel remembers him, but he's overwhelmed by Earth. Castiel is like, stop this. And Ephraim is like, no, I'll wash the planet clean of all suffering. And he's like, don't touch the baby. And he's like, you think I came for the baby? I came for you. All right. We're back to Sam and Crowley. He calls Sam Moose again. Take a drink. Hello, Abaddon. We're back to Castiel. He rubs the rose, all the thorns on it to get blood on his hands so he can make an angel sigil. They're arguing. Back to Crowley and Abaddon. She's taking souls early and voiding all Castiel or Crowley's contracts. Oh no. All right. Dean busts in on Ephraim and Castiel and gets smashed right away. Boom.
And
he just gets swatted
just
down.
no plan, no nothing. Just
No,
barges
a very
in.
Dean
So
Dean
much.
barge in.
So much.
Crowley and Abaddon, he's pissed. He calls her Ganky. He specifically says, I looked it up, you ganky, putrescent scanger.
It's great. It definitely caught it. We're waiting for the Genki, and yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. So he's like, you will burn. I can't wait. He'll do the translations. I keep my agreements. I love Crowley.
He is one of the more like I guess he would, I don't know like what square he lands in the D&D
Chaotic evil.
He's chaotic evil, but is he? That's the thing, is I don't necessarily think he's chaotic evil. Like, he's one of the more straight up people in the whole show.
You think he's lawful evil?
In his own way, yes, because he has kind of like his law that he goes by, and you kind of know what his law is at any given time. It's not like a lot of mystery behind what Crowley's like desires or like wants are ever. And he always kind of plays by the same set of rules. That's why I don't think I would classify him as chaotic, because you kind of, until actually the spell we're about to do where he gets all hopped up on human blood and is like junkie, that part's weird. And then, but like, even, yeah, you think about later on when Lucifer takes over hell and he's like, I mean, down in the dumps, like, I do look, Crowley's such a great character. Ugh, we need the Crowley. We need the Crowley show.
The Crowley show. Mark Shepard, yes. Okay, so it turns out the spell that made the angels fall to earth is irreversible. Uh-oh. Kevin is there. Take a drink. All right, so we're back with Dean, Castiel, and Ephraim. He slides the angel blade to Castiel, who ganks Ephraim. All right, easy peasy. It's done. Cass says bye to the there's a call with Sam and Dean. They can't put the angels back. Oh no, but Dean's not going to tell Castiel. He's going to keep it a secret because that's what the Winchesters do. They keep the secrets.
So many secrets.
Castiel says bye to the lady. She likes him. He's special. Sam washes the bowl. Take a drink. Gross. Why do we have to see that? Ew.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know why.
but he sees Crowley take Kevin's blood and inject himself with it. Right in the neck, right? Is it right in the neck or does he do it in his arm?
No, he does it in his arm.
Okay. But he doesn't look for a vein. He just jabs it and squeezes.
Yep.
Gross. At the gas and sip, Dean apologizes for kicking Cass out for kissing Cass. Oh, that would be a twist. Yeah, I wouldn't apologize for that. He apologizes for kicking Cass out of the bunker, and he says he's proud of him. Castiel is like, the angels need help. And Dean's like, don't worry about it. It's not your problem anymore. We go back to Castiel setting up the gas and sip as he gazes longingly out the window. And that is season 9, episode 6, Heaven Can't Wait, or Heaven Shall Not Wait.
Heaven shall not wait. Yeah, it's such a great Cass episode, and
it is. It's a great Misha episode. It's like I considered doing this one because Cass is going to be at Phoenix Fan Fusion, so I considered doing this for Phoenix Fan Fusion, but there's just not enough characters.
Yeah. There's only really the other angel, a couple people who died, the manager of the gas and sip, Kevin, Sam Dean. Yeah. And it's mostly Cass and Dean.
Yeah, it's mostly Cass and Dean.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did our rules play out? All right. We get 3 punches right at the beginning.
Yep.
2 people get ganked.
Why, I have 4.
You have 4? Oh, did you count the couple?
There's the guy at the beginning. There's the girl.
Mm-hmm.
There's the angel.
Oh, I didn't count the angel.
I don't know who the fourth. I'm trying to think of who the 4th one would be.
The woman of the couple?
Yeah, I guess the woman of the couple.
Okay.
Maybe.
How many times did you get that we see Kevin?
5 times.
Same.
Nice.
They mentioned Metatron 3 times.
Yep.
Dean says awesome once.
Yep.
Cass gets asked out once, but turns out it's 0 times, but we're counting it as 1.
The first person that died is Cass's ego when he walks in.
Yeah, he's babysitting.
The person that dies.
How many times did you get Sammy getting called Moose?
Just twice.
Oh, I got 3.
Oh, okay.
How many instances of pink mist did you get?
So we counted 5, but that feels low.
I got 4.
Oh, never mind. It was high.
Yep. Dean gets date advice once.
But 4 different statements. So...
Okay. So you counted 4?
Yeah. Just to drink a little more.
So Cass babysits once, but I counted it as 4 times for every time that we cut away and cut back.
Mm-hmm.
Cass sings twice because I counted the time that we cut away and cut back. There's 1 quote Ganky that will live in infamy forever.
Ganky.
And Sam washes blood out of a bowl once. And that was Heaven Can't Wait. Yeah, I give it 2 out of 5 bowls of blood because it's too many rules and they only happened just a few times. There was no hero rule. I give it a 2.
I think there's still enough drinks in here. I'll give it a 3 bowls of blood. I'm surprised Dean didn't buy a 6-pack at the gas station. I'm a little disappointed Dean didn't buy a 6-pack at the gas station. I would give it 4 if Dean had just bought a 6-pack. No. Yeah, I'd give it 3 out of 5. Yeah, but these episodes are tough sometimes when not a lot of things like happen over and over, and like you just got to like pull what you can pull, and yeah. So keep that in mind when we talk about the rules for the next episode.
Okay. What's coming up next,
All
Nate?
right, coming up next. The good news is you're not going to have to scroll far to get to the next episode.
Okay.
That's because it's the next episode.
All right.
So, we're doing season 9, episode 7. Yep, that's the episode, right? Yeah, that's totally the episode. Season 9, episode 7, Bad Boys.
Bad boys. What you gonna do?
An inconvenient cast. All right. Our rules are thus: anytime we get a flashback, take a drink. Anytime someone says boys, take a drink.
Okay. Love it.
Someone dies, we're taking a drink. Classic. This game, by the way, brought to you by Abby. Abby wrote this game.
Yay! I love Abby's games.
Yes. Very excited. Anytime we get some salting and burning, take a drink. Take double your drink, though, if they salt and burn together.
Okay.
Next, if Dean gives some advice, once again, we got 2 episodes in a row, and Dean's just out here doling out all sorts of advice to people.
He's lying, he's keeping secrets, and he's giving advice.
And he's just constantly giving people advice. Take a drink when we get a ghost mom.
Love it.
Supernatural's full of ghost moms.
They love a ghost mom.
They love ghost moms in this show. There's so many ghost moms throughout the run of this show. And I think about it. And finally, anytime Dean is kissed or hugged, take a drink.
I love that rule.
Yeah, needs some smooching. Dean gets some smooching or some hugging. We're taking a drink. That is the game for season 9, episode 7, Bad Boys.
Wonderful. All right. So thank you so much for listening. If you're here with us at the end, first of all, we love you. Thank you so much for being with us on this Gank That Drank journey. But let's face it, you want more. You want more Nate and Krissy. You want episodes a week early and ad free. You want to support the pod. Go to True Story FM and find your little podcast, click the little join button, become a member, and you get every episode a week early and ad free, baby. Yeah. Boo, 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 boo. And you get to support the pod. If you want to support the pod without spending any money, like, rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a neighbor, tell your local sad sack, and maybe they'll listen to the pod and get happy again.
It's definitely an episode that you felt like the sheriff or was going to end up being the bad guy, right? Like they kind of made it seem like he was going to be the bad, and then just nope,
he's just
a jerk.
He's kind of a jerk.
Just a jerk.
Yeah, just a bit of a butt. Nate, tell the people where they can see us in the real world.
In the real world, you can find us at the Neighborhood Comedy Theater in downtown Mesa, Arizona. We do shows every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. The shows vary on time starting times because of what night they are on.
7 or 7:30, yeah.
7 or 7:30 is when the shows are. Just go to the website. Go to nctphoenix.com. N is in neighborhood, C is in comedy, T is in theater.com, nctphoenix.com. Just don't go to nct.com. That's a different
place. Yep.
I don't know what it is. Maybe a K-pop group website. That's always who battles
Probably.
us for SEO constantly
Mhm.
for like decades now. Is stupid like NCT 27 or whatever they're called. Anyway, yeah, comes enough of SEO rants. Come see us in real life and touch grass and watch comedy in person.
Yeah, do it. I love
Yeah.
you for doing it. And if you want to listen to me in another podcast, listen to the Most Excellent 80s Movies podcast, available wherever the finest podcasts are stored. We just recorded an episode for When Harry Met Sally, which I had never seen.
You'd never seen it?
I'd never seen it.
What? That is one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a great movie. I really loved it, and I was afraid I would not love it. Our guest really loved it. It was Mandy Kaplan from Make Me a Nerd. Also a recommendation, if you haven't listened to the Make Me a Nerd
Yes.
podcast with Mandy Kaplan, I'm featured on a bunch of episodes. I did an episode about Supernatural you can listen to. I recently did an episode about Firefly and Serenity. Nate did an
Oh,
episode
good. I'm
about
glad
the
you did that.
history
She
of
said she was
future
going to
folk.
have you do it.
Yeah, we just did it.
Good. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I did History of Future Folk on it, which was a fantastic time, and it's a fantastic little bluegrass space people movie.
Yeah. And it's a super fun episode, so listen to that podcast. And while you're out there in the world saving people and hunting things, the family business, keep the Gank That Drank motto in mind. Be excellent to each other and party
Party
on,
on,
dude.
dudes.